Good evening and welcome to evening prayer, Compline as it's often called. We are in the beautiful Church of Holy Trinity at Dilton Marsh and I am Reverend Caroline Husband. I will be taking our prayers from the book written by Thomas Merton called A Book of Hours. And these are the prayers written for Saturday, simply called Dark. Now is the time to meet you, God. Watchman, what of the night? God, my God, God whom I meet in darkness. With you it is always the same thing, always the same question that nobody knows how to answer. I have prayed to you in the daytime with thoughts and reasons, and in the night time you have confronted me, scattering thought and reason. I have come to you in the morning with light and with desire, and you have descended upon me with great gentleness, with most forbearing silence in this inexplicable night, dispersing light, defeating all desire. I have explained to you 100 times my motives. You have listened and said nothing, and I have turned away and wept with shame. Is it true that all my motives have meant nothing? Is it true that all my desires were an illusion? While I am asking questions which you do not answer, you ask me a question which is so simple that I cannot answer. I do not even understand the question. This night and every night, it is the same question. This nearness to you in the darkness is too simple and too close for excitement. Your reality, O God, speaks to my life as to an intimate in the midst of a crowd of fictions. Lord God, the whole world tonight seems to be made out of paper. The most substantial things are ready to crumble or tear apart and blow away. O God, my God, the night has values that day has never dreamt of. All things stir by night, waking or sleeping, conscious of the nearness of their ruin. Only man makes himself illuminations he conceives to be solid and eternal. But while we ask our questions and come to our decisions, God blows our decisions out. The roofs of our houses cave in upon us. The tall towers are undermined by ants. The walls crack and cave in, and the holiest buildings burn to ashes, while the watchman is composing a theory of duration. Now is the time to meet you, God, where the night is wonderful, where the forest opens out under the moon, and the living things sing terribly that only the present is eternal, and that all things having a past and a future are doomed to pass away. I ask these useless questions. I do not wait for an answer, because I have begun to realize you never answer when I expect. And now my whole being breathes the wind, and my hand is on the door through which I see the heavens. The door swings out upon a vast sea of darkness and of prayer. Will it come like this, the moment of my death? Will you open a door upon the great forest and set my feet upon a ladder under the moon and take me out among the stars? Lord God, of this great night, do you see the woods? Do you hear the rumour of their loneliness? Do you behold their secrecy? Do you remember their solitudes? Do you see that my soul is beginning to dissolve like wax within me. You who sleep in my breast are not met with words, but in the emergence of life within life, and of wisdom within wisdom. You are found in communion, thou in me, and I in thee, and thou in them, and they in me. Dispossession within dispossession, dispassion within dispassion, emptiness within emptiness, freedom within freedom. I am alone, thou art alone, the Father and I are one. The voice of God is heard in paradise. What was vile has become precious. What is now precious was never vile. I have always known the vile as precious, for what is vile I know not at all. What was cruel has become merciful. What is now merciful was never cruel. I have always overshadowed Jonas with my mercy, and cruelty I know not at all. Have you had sight of me, Jonas, my child? Mercy within mercy within mercy. I have forgiven the universe without end, because I have never known sin. What was poor has become infinite. What is infinite was never poor. I have always known poverty as infinite. Riches I love not at all. Prisons within prisons within prisons. Do not lay up for yourselves ecstasies upon earth, where time and space corrupt, where the minutes break in and steal. No more lay hold on time, Jonas, my son, lest the rivers bear you away. What was fragile has become powerful. I loved what was most frail. I looked upon what was nothing. I touched what was without substance, and within what was not, I am. Amen. Good night, and God bless you.